we think about a certain situation is definitely going to impact the way that we feel about the situation. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to understand what our why is, or what's happening, what will happen, guarantee. If we don't know what our why is, then we will end up coming to work every day expecting something, expecting to get something from work that may or may not happen, which will always lend itself to great drama. Okay? Which again is great for TV shows. It's why we watch the next Bachelor, The Bachelorette, or whatever, which is what my daughters are watching, right? Which we're just constantly going, great for a TV show, terrible for a life. Okay? It's not how we want to live our life. But if we're not careful, we can create a lot of drama because we've got several people coming to the same building every single day with expectations of what the business is going to give to them. Fair enough? And when something doesn't happen the way we thought it should happen, it will immediately kick in some emotion, some kind of emotional response, some type of a feeling. Over a long period of time, those thoughts that have led to feelings will begin to turn into conclusions, okay, or opinions. Does that make sense? And that next step is thoughts leads to feelings, lead to belief systems, which is the B here. And just so you guys know, actions will always come out of your beliefs. Actions don't come out of your thoughts. Actions come out of your beliefs. That's why we have been in situations before where we go, why do I keep doing that? I know better. I know better than that, but I keep doing it. What's wrong with me? It's because you have a belief system that is stronger than what you know. Again, I mean, this is good stuff right here. And so when we come to our children, you know, don't you know better? Yes, they do, but they don't believe better.
So true.
Okay? They don't believe better. So we have to spend time, if there are actions and results going on in life, the answer to a better life is not do better things. It just doesn't work that way. You can sit and you read a book and go, okay, I'm now going to do these things. But after about 2 weeks, I'm not doing them anymore. Why? Because there's a belief system that has kicked in that has told me I don't have time, I don't know how, I don't have enough resource or whatever to keep doing those activities. And so before long, I'm back into the same rut. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So this whole idea on personal growth, you guys, is all about this side of this equation. And because you're dealing with the way people think, the way people feel, and the way people believe, it can be tough. I would not be surprised, okay? I'm not expecting it, but I'm not surprised if it happens. If at some point over the next 8 to 10 weeks, I say something, or I'm going to give you an assignment, and you're going to go, Clay is an idiot. I hate Clay. You know, just like your nephew, is it? Yeah. You don't hate Clay. You hate what Clay's asking you to do. So yeah, but I'm going to make you mad because I'm going to introduce a thought to you that is going to challenge a belief, and you will fight me tooth and nail. Clay, it's my opinion. Okay, I get it, but it's my opinion here. Have you guys ever been in an opinion fight before? Those go well.
Those go fantastic.
Those go really well because the conversation is all here.
Yeah.
You got to get out of there and you got to go here. You got to get into thoughts. You got to, okay, now you think that way. Now, so what is your thinking process? What does that look like to you? Can you communicate what that looks like? Well, I think it looks like this. Oh, okay. That's not the picture that I have. I have this picture over here. So really we're saying the same thing, but we had two different pictures. That make sense?
Yeah.
because what you've done now is you've come out of just talking about opinions and beliefs, and you've come to more of the thought processes. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, as we start walking through this process, the activities that we're going to be doing are all going to invite you to take a look at the way you think about things. Some people don't want to do that, Julie. I don't want to do that because everything's pretty. I want to keep it the way it is. If you ask me to go looking at stuff, it might mess up the structure that I have. And if you mess up the structure, I'm going to be a little upset. You know, it took me a long time to get everything just like this. And it's a lot of work for me to keep everything like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've just experienced that a lot. Okay. And when I personally was going through my process of development, this is what I found over and over and over is that, I think we may have mentioned this last time, but as you grow, you are going to have these opportunities here and here and here to rethink. Do you want to keep thinking the way that you have always thought about a certain person or about a certain situation or about a certain thing? Or will you be willing to think differently about it? Because if you will be willing to think about it differently, then that might actually change your perspective on it, the way you feel and the way you believe on it. And if you can change the way you feel and the way you believe on it, then I guarantee it will change the way you respond to it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to do a little math. I don't know if you told them that math was going to be involved. But here we go. A plus B equals C. Okay? A little geometry for you.
That's algebra.
Thank you very much. The algebra even
I just
better.
finished college algebra.
Yes.
So I'm good.
That's right, it is algebra. What am I thinking? I used to teach algebra. Okay, here we go. So, this is, A is going to be the situation. Situation. Okay? B is the interpretation.
There has to be.
You see him on the phone.
No, since he locked up the door, he's calling. Mine.
B is the interpretation of the situation. And then C over here is your action or your response. Nine times out of 10, in a given situation, when people go to Jesus and pray, "Help me, Lord," what they are saying is, "Lord, change the situation. Make that person stop. Mom, tell my brother to stop. Mom, tell my sister to stop. You know, Dr. Tate, if you would stop doing this, then I would be able to do something different." We come to our coworkers. Can't believe that they're doing that. If they would just stop doing this, or if they would start doing something else, it would make it so much easier for this to happen. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We always put the emphasis on A. This is true, but the emphasis should not be on A. The emphasis is always on B. If you want to see C change, this is what you've got to focus on. Because how many of you guys know, I can't control this. I can't control how Julie comes to work. I can't control how Dr. Tate comes to work. I can't control how my husband wakes up in a given day. I can't control the weather. I can't control if Hillary or Trump is going to win the election. I can't control that. But what I can control is my perspective. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I promise you, as we move forward, as you guys personally, just in the next 8 weeks, as we're talking about it, but even more, as you move forward in your life and grow personally, you will have all kinds of opportunity for your interpretation to challenge your thinking. Your interpretation to challenge on whether, how about this, your interpretation to challenge your why. Well, I wanted to grow personally, but I wanted it to be, I kind of had this picture that it would be kind of like, oh, I'm growing. Hey, it's kind of fun. Kind of like this. I didn't realize that growing would actually involve some pain, some hurt, some tears, some confusion, some darkness, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't all involve that, but it's in the picture. Does that make sense? So again, we need to make sure that our why is big enough to contain the process of growth. Okay? Any questions so far?